Alon, Wasalon, you're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another read from Stolen Legacy. You know, the author, George G. M. James. You know, I haven't, but soon I'm gonna start looking up his name and see what else he wrote. You feel what I'm saying? Really gonna see what else he wrote, see what else he has tapped into, and hopefully, you know what I mean, I can find some more Kemite culture, you know what I mean, some more things that he have wrote about, giving his knowledge about, his opinions about, his wisdom about. You got what I'm saying? But let's just give it up to him, you know what I mean? He really captured the essence of our culture, you know what I mean? He really did. I can say he did, you know what I mean? Um, we're out of chapter 6, thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You get what I'm saying? We're out of chapter 6. This is the beginning of chapter 7 that we're getting into. And it's a quick chapter. It's a very quick chapter. I believe I can do this in 2 readings. You know what I mean? If I really could give it to you in 1, you know what I'm saying? But that's too much. That's too much. You know what I mean? That's like, you know, that's like you taking a diabetic or obese person and sitting them at a buffet and telling them they can't leave till everything, you know, everything done. I don't want to see nothing in these containers. You got what I'm saying? That's too much. You feel what I'm saying? They'll kill themselves. You got what I'm saying? But if I give you this nourishment in small portions, it's enough for you to process, it's enough for your soul to gravitate to, and it's enough for to hold your attention span. You with the Nasty Pastor, and as I said, you know what I mean, we back with another read from our Stolen Legacy. This is the start of chapter 7, and the title, The Curriculum of the Egyptian Mystery System. Number 1, the education of the Egyptian priests according to their orders. From Theodorus, Herodotus, and Clement of Alexandria, we learned that there were 6 orders of Egyptian priests, and that each order had to master a certain number of books of Hermes. Now you get it? There's six orders. So there were 6 priests. You got what I'm saying? And each priest had to master these things. You feel what I'm saying? So Clement has described a procession of the priests calling them by their order and stating their qualifications as follows. First comes the singer, Otis, bearing an instrument of music. He has to know by heart 2 of the books of Hermes, one containing the hymns of gods and the other the allotment of the king's life. Now, you know what Psalms is, right? You know what Psalms was, right? Okay. Let me explain to you the Egyptian Book of the Dead that I had, the blue one. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, it's structured like a Bible. You got what I'm saying? You got your Genesis, you got all that. You feel what I'm saying? And yes, you have a revelation. Even the Old Testament has a revelation. I believe the revelation of the Old Testament is Isaiah. It's the last book. And I believe the last book is Isaiah, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. I haven't been in there, you know what I mean? I haven't been to that part of the Bible in a long time. But what I'm saying is that I was doing so much studying of our culture. I ran across this literature telling me about the lost scrolls that we have and where you could find it. You got what I'm saying? I just said to myself, I was like, well, I'll probably never get that. You know what I mean? Hopefully it will, show up somewhere else. Because, you know, a lot of literature is passed to hand by hand. You got what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of literature about Masonry. A lot of literature was coming to me hand in hand about being a Mason. You got what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know, just hold on, retain this knowledge, understand, you know what I mean, what you have to do if this knowledge ever come across to you. I mean, if this literature ever come across to you. Well, knowledge could be the same thing. So when I was handed the Egyptian Book of the Dead, that's the first thing, you know what I mean. I said, oh man, it got to be in here, because see, it told me where it was at. It told me where it was at. It told me what it was about. You got what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, know what I mean, our hymns are like spells. Our hymns are like prayers. You feel what I'm saying? The Psalms in that book, these where your prayers at. These are where your spells at. You got what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you like this. You got what I'm saying? You can use it for wrong if you want to. You can go in there and figure out how to use this stuff the wrong way if you want to. And I'm telling you, you will kill yourself. You will kill yourself. You better go in there and figure out how to do it the right way. You got what I'm saying? You know, I went in there. It matched up to everything I read. You got what I'm saying? It lined up perfectly. I said, God Almighty, let me go and get his back. Because I had already did my skim reading. You feel what I'm saying? I already did that because it was told to me, you can only keep this for a month. I said, no, the way this look, I know this contraband. I could pull this off this book and kill everybody in here. You know what I mean? I can knock you on the head with this. You dead. I know you dead. You feel what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I did my little skim reading, bam, 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 blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. I got there. I said, man, it's right here. Do you know how I felt when I jumped off that top bunk? Yeah, I had my chest poked out, ready to slap me some people in there. Yeah, ready to slap me some people in there. You got what I'm saying? Man, I got back, you know, later on that night, I got back, you know, I covered it up, said my prayers. I said, I know what to do. Next meeting, let me go and take that on back to him. Like I said, I held it for 2 weeks, got it up off me. 9 times out of 10, like I said, when I got out of prison, I learned that the book was found. It was put back in the museum in Africa. You got what I'm saying? So I thank you, brothers. I really do. I thank you for enlightening me. I thank you for giving me something to better my soul, to hold on to something that I needed. You got what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's been an easy journey, because I still have made mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? I still have made mistakes from that day to now. You get it? These lessons I've learned is to better me in my third quarter of life. You feel me? That's what that was about. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through something to get somewhere. You got what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm a visual person. You get what I'm saying? A lot of talking ain't going to make me do nothing. Showing me some things is going to help me get through some things. And if you really at an understanding of your life that, you know, it's time to buckle down, it's time to get some control in your life, it's time to understand that people don't get you. People are in your way to destroy you. And that's something I never understood about the women that was in my life. You got what I'm saying? Most men that came around in my life, if they were there to destroy my life, I couldn't really see it. You feel what I'm saying? I really couldn't, because I was making these choices. You know what I mean? I was allowing it. You got what I'm saying? And the same thing with these women. You got what I'm saying? There's some things that these women was doing. I could have walked away. I chose not to walk away. You feel me? I did. I chose not to. And being married is something different, very different than you being my girlfriend. You got what I'm saying? Yeah, I made a pledge with my wife in front of the demiurge that we would never separate. This death do us part, and I meant that. But death do us part, I'm going to end up in prison, because I was going to kill her. I'm telling you, I was going to kill her. Yeah, I was going to kill her. I was going to break her neck. I was going to take something and take her head off. You got what I'm saying? When it gets to that point, I had an understanding that you're not for me. Our journey is over. And the end result of this going to be me being in prison for life. You get it? For life. Got it? So figure your life. Understand who's for you. Because sometimes your woman not for you. Sometimes your man is not for you. They're in your life to be against you. Because there are things that you are to go on to do. You are a powerful soul to be reckoned with, that the demiurge needs you to break your ties from this stupidity and go on and deliver the message you are here to deliver. Let's get back into this. And the allotment of the king's life. Next comes the horoscopus, carrying in his hand a horologium or sundial and a palm branch, the symbols of astronomy. Now you get the sundial, you get that, but see, y'all pray to that sundial as that sundial is God. That sundial is what? You got it's part of astronomy. You get what I'm saying? It's part of the universe. That's not God. That's not God. That's hell. You understand me? It's hell. Next comes the aerogrammet with feathers on his head and a book in his hand and a rectangular case with writing materials, the writing ink and the reed. He has to know the hieroglyphs, cosmography, geography, and astronomy, the typography of Egypt, the sacred utensils and measures, the temple furniture, and the lands. Next comes the stolist, carrying the cubic of justice and the libation vessels. He has to know the books of Hermes that deal with the slaughter of animals. Next comes the prophets carrying the vessels of water, followed by those who carry the loaves. The prophet is the president of the temple and has to know the 10 books which are called erratic and contain the laws and doctrines concerning the gods, secret theology, and the whole education of the priests. The books of Hermes are 42 in number and are absolutely necessary. Now that can go into the 42 laws of Mach, right? Cool. 36 of them have to be known by the orders which proceed and contain the whole philosophy of the Egyptians. You get it? And when you read the 42, the original 42 accurate laws of Mach, you understand what I'm saying? These are the philosophies. These are the way of their life. A philosophy is the way you see things. You get what I'm saying? The remaining 6 books must be known by the order of Pastafori. These are medical books and deal with physiology, male and female diseases, anatomy, drugs, and instruments. The books of Hermes were well known to be the ancient world and were known to Clement of Alexandria. Now the ancient world can be what? Heaven, hell. You understand me? Do you get that? The ancient world? Talking about the gods, the goddesses, talking about how, you know what I mean? Anywho, look, get your research on. Who lived at the beginning of the 3rd century AD. In addition to the education contained in the 42 books of Hermes, the priests gained considerable knowledge from the selection and examination of sacrificial victims and the strict bodily purity which their priestly office imposed. In addition to the aerogrammet and horoscopers who were skilled in theology and hieroglyphs, a priest was also a judge and the interpreter of the law. This led to a select tribunal which made the Egyptian priest a custodian of every kind of literature. We are also told that the science of statistics was cultivated to the greatest perfection among the Egyptian priests. We're going to pause this reading, but we're going to stop this chapter 7 reading right there. And I just want to tell you this right here again. You got what I'm saying? There are people that come in your life to destroy you. You get it? Because there is something you have a calling for to do. There is something you is here to lead. There is something you are to put a message into. And we make mistakes. You get me? We make them. We make them every day. But can you keep making them? When you going to wake up and say, something, I'm in something that's not going to be beneficial to me in the end. You get it? In the end. You feel me? My ending is not being in prison. You get me? That ain't my ending. I'm not going to allow that to be my ending. I don't know what you're going to allow in your life. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not what I'm going to allow. So I say this to you once again, you know what I mean? If there's any question in your mind, why now? Because of your actions. You're under my culture. You don't know what you're talking about under my culture. You're trying to assassinate my character and you're no better. You're nothing. You get me? You're no better than me. Anyway, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. There's been another read of Stolen Legacy. I love you, and I'm out.